I took a little longer than usual today. I had a few things to do, but welcome to our Sunday Content Planning Live. You move all these things out the way. I didn't forget about y'all. I'm here. We are planning. I sat on something. Woo! All right, we're here. We have 2 more weeks left. 2 more weeks left for our content challenge, our theme of day challenge. And around this time, I feel like this is when the momentum starts to die down. And this is when we gotta work hard to pull ourselves up. Let me find the live so I can see any comments. There we go. Okay, now I can see everything. Whew. I lost track of time because I was in the process of booking my flights and hotels for my son's graduation, and I was on the phone with his dad, and we're trying to coordinate because his schedule sucks and it's difficult. We all over the place. We have 2 more weeks left for graduation. I officially got the hotel today, and we didn't do flights. He has to come back. They're not trying to give him any day off. Anyway, off topic, but that's what took me so long. We were trying to just coordinate flights and hotel stay. So 2 more weeks to go. 2 more weeks to go. And I'm not gonna lie, I feel that ending sluggish kind of feeling where you don't know if you're staying in the competition. Well, not a competition. You don't know if you're staying in the challenge. Are you ready to give up? Like, do you feel like I already did enough content for the month and this is just too much? Believe you me, I'm feeling it. I am feeling it because I am sluggish at this point also. I don't even know if today we're going to have one of my recaps of what the upcoming week themes are. I didn't even film anything. I didn't. And I don't even know if I will. So to everybody else feeling sluggish, just know it's not you. I'm there too, but we could do this. We definitely could do this. So with that being said, how many people kept up the amount that they were supposed to do? So I would say that y'all lucky today because I think I have it written in here, but I don't even have all my stuff. Like, I was on the phone and I realized that it's 3 o'clock. And I'm like, oh shoot, I gotta go. We'll finish this up later. I gotta go do the live. So I didn't even have anything with me. Life does definitely get in the way. But I look prefer. Let me tell you, when I tell you, I literally just ran in the closet, grabbed a sweater, and then I kept this from yesterday's live when I was making the cakes, so it kind of covers whatever I have going on. Just try to look a little decent. So who did it? Like, was anybody able to keep up? Were you able to post? Did you get some in? Because some is better than none. Like, even if we don't get to post the amount that we wanted to, some is way better than none. Some is way better than none. I was able to keep up with my amount that I said I was going to keep up with. I didn't fall off. And I'm honestly talking to myself and coaching myself into this week to make sure this week I don't fall off. Because I have already started feeling a little bit sluggish when it comes to everything, not just the content stuff, just in general life. I just been feeling a little sluggish. So this week it's like I gotta push myself, push through. Like Designed by Ivy Rose said, we gotta push through. You was able to post the amount you wanted, but not all the themes. Got it. You did 5 posts and also posted on TikTok and YouTube. Come on, Betty. Craft is Create. I see you in there. Were you able to post? Did you get at least the amount that you wanted? Ro, you did some. That's good. I'm seeing you posting more, doing your lives. I'm very proud of you so far. Coily Girl Crafts, how did you do? Crafty J Creations, what's going on? Let me hear what's going on. Also, so what I'm doing with the, you know, the follow-up Monday where I tag people, today the names that I write down, that's it. Sometimes people see me tag and then they like DM me or they comment on the post. It's too much to remember. For today, like who's here today and you tell me to put your name down, because I feel like next week we need to be tagged twice because I feel it coming. I feel it coming. But I know that we can make it to the end. I know that we can. You know, I do have a question, right? Is there anybody here who was able to post every theme up to this week, like every day for each theme? Did anybody keep? It's been like 2.5 weeks because, you know, the week started, you know, we had a little few days there. Was anybody able to do every day? 515, you did your 5 posts this week. Crafty J, 3 days, but by Thursday you tapped out. Let me tell you, and I know the feeling of coming up to the end of the week and it's like, forget it. I did enough. But I would say at least you were able to do some in the beginning. Like, give yourself credit for that. Like, don't, I'm looking at myself and I look tired. Like, I look horrible today. But I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I am tired. I am. Used one theme. Anybody got all themes? Was there anyone? And y'all see my pieces here? Like, I'm trying to prep for the week. So as soon as I get off of this, is to finish what I'm doing. Like, I even have here, the mat is still in here. I'm cutting. I'm trying to keep myself motivated. Betty, not every theme. So the closest so far was designed by Ivy Rose. She just missed one theme. You missed the first 3 days of the challenge, but you will keep that just. And the thing is, even though we talk about, did you get everyone? Did you get to do it? You don't have to. The whole point is for us to just get used to posting often. So one of the main things I want us to do, including myself, when the month is completely over and we're not pushing each other for the challenge themes, we still got to keep up with content. Or just not, we just got to keep up being consistent. Whether that is videos, posts, letting people know, promoting it, we need to be consistent. It's not just for 1 month. The challenge is just to kind of get our minds used to doing it often, but we gotta be consistent, y'all. Like, we have to. You won't be able to store them. That's why I ended up getting the bookshelves, because when I started making stuff, it's like, where are these things going? So the large cutouts that I did at the beginning, they're gone. Garbage. Like, I don't have anywhere to put them. So I'm trying not to overdo the do. So like the ballerina theme, I just did a few cupcake toppers. So even that, if I don't have to put it on display, I could just discard them or just throw them in a drawer. Could you call your brother for me? 3 days, but only once per day. You're trying to manage it all with content planning and my work schedule. That's perfect. Even though I be on here acting like y'all said Joe Clark, it's just to push you to do more. Because when you get used to doing less, right? And you're like, I'm gonna just do one more. It doesn't push you. But like, if we were on it thinking we have to do twice a day, but we ended up doing once a day, it's still a good amount and a little more than we was doing before. So the push helps, but don't feel like, you know, I'm about to chop your head off. Y'all getting to calm me today, you know? I need a boost this week. I need to make a change because I'm feeling the low energy coming from my end here. What would help us be consistent without the challenge is figuring out what are our content pillars. Definitely. And I'm still going to meet here on Sundays, right? Obviously, when the challenge is over, we're still going to meet. So we still can run ideas through each other, just talk about our goals. Like, I'm not going to be writing down and all of that stuff. Can you give me some ice water, please? More ice than water. So I'm still going to be, we're going to still talk about the goals and like help each other out. It just won't be as, you know, crazy. Also next month, Andrina, I think she's still doing a challenge. I didn't hear her say she's not. Is going to be doing one just to help with anybody who wants to learn Silhouette Studio. And I plan on actually joining in. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it every day because it is hard with schedules and stuff. I'm gonna be out of town for a whole week in April. So I'm just gonna try my best to go along with it. Hello, Rose and Olive. How did you do posting wise? You need a boost this week. Right. I feel it. I feel the energy coming down. So with that, like what y'all think that we can do collectively for each other to help get us all back up, energized, and in the mood for posting like at the beginning when we was excited. One thing I did, the Bougie Girl Boutique, I believe it was. And was it Coily Girl? Was it you? Or was it Nay? Had said they're challenging themselves within the challenge. So they're doing the themes, but they're gonna try to make products they've never made before. That way it's challenge yourself. That is what I'm doing this week. So what I did was I started going through Design Space and Etsy to look for files for like products I'd never made before and try it out. So that's what I'm actually doing this week. I'm still gonna be making some cake toppers because I have an idea of what I want. It was Nay, right? So Nay and the Bougie Girl Boutique, they said they're challenging themselves to create stuff they've never done. That's my challenge I'm giving myself this week. I'm still gonna make cake toppers and some other stuff, but I also want to try products that I've never done before. And that's a lot because there's a lot of things that are trending and I just look at them and it's like, that's too much work. I ain't doing it. I don't even care if it's popular. I don't care if that's what the kids are liking. That's what everybody's making. I'll be looking for like easy, breezy, beautiful cover girl when it comes to my stuff. Let me, quick, fast, let me get it done. Thank you. This looks like more water than ice. Pour out some of that.
Ice.
Pour out some of the water.
Just put it out.
Okay, just pour out some of the water though. I don't want a lot of water. And bring the paper towel too. Hey Dons. How did you do this week? We're talking about bringing our energy back up this week because now that we're getting toward the end of the challenge, we feel like we're dragging a little bit. So we're trying to figure out what we're gonna do. Thank you. Could the paper towel? What we're gonna do to bring that like energy back up. Thank you. I feel like Lordy. I'm tired. Liking this. Thank you. I'm going to be switching backgrounds all the time. So some days if I don't want to leave the room, we'll be in the room. Last week was last week was at my sister's, right? Was it? I don't know. I was in my room one time here. I'm almost finished with the other side of the craft room, redoing it. So some lives we're gonna be facing that side with the full side. I think next week I'm gonna have this the bookshelves completely done, and I'm gonna be there too. Food shopping, baby. I need to go do laundry today, and I also need to get a pedicure and a manicure. I don't know what I'm gonna be able to get done. But how's everybody going? How did you do? How did y'all do this week? I did pretty good. I think I hit all my goals. I definitely did all. Mainly because I like created the challenge. I'm trying to make sure I do every theme because that looks so bad. If I don't, we could definitely list it, but with YouTube, I don't think you could click on the links here, so it'll be harder for people to follow. But getting crafty with it on IG, what we have done is the hashtag CP Theme a Day Challenge. Not challenge, guys. The hashtag is CP Theme a Day. Most of us are following the hashtag, so we're already going through each other's content, liking, commenting. I think I have followed everyone so far that's in the challenge. If I haven't, whenever I come across an account who posted with the hashtag and I'm not following them, I make sure I do. I can create a post on Instagram again for us to just put our tags, our Instagram name under it, just to make sure we're all following each other too. Yeah, it can be overwhelming. And I think with the challenge, some of us are, because we're trying to challenge ourselves to make new things, the content seems to be a lot. So I just want to remind people, because this challenge, I've done more detailed work than I've done in a while. I love the detail work, but I don't do it often because it's a lot. And if I get like a dozen, 2 dozen, 3 dozen of an order, I don't want to do all of that, honestly. So like, keep in mind, your products and your content could be minimal. Work on lots of minimal content. They have sounds on Instagram that are 7 seconds, that are 5 seconds. Use those. Even if it's just a clip of you cleaning the craft room and one of those really funny clips is on there. It don't always have to be a process video. It don't always have to be something that you took hours to edit and you trying to do a backflip in the, it feels like we need that sometimes, because I get that feeling sometimes. Minimal content, guys. What is it? The sound that says like Instagram wants reels, so here goes a picture for a reel. Do stuff like that, because it can get overwhelming when you try to do the content that's real extra. And another thing is, recycle your content. During this challenge, I've gotten from now maybe just like 200 followers, because I probably got 3 and then 100 that unfollowed. So let's say 200 followers. Those new 200 followers, they have not seen the things I've posted 2 months ago, 3 months ago, last year. I've been doing new content for years. Like, I hardly ever recycle content. So recycling that content, because it may feel like I'm continually repeating myself, but there's going to be people who never saw it. There is. Some of the days for the challenge was old cake toppers that I made. Recycle the content. Also, I noticed how I was reminded I don't recycle content enough. I would have people telling me things, and it's like, you should try making this, or you should sell this. And I'm just like, I've been doing that for forever. And it's like, oh, you don't know because you didn't see the stuff that I posted like 5-6 years ago. So that kind of opened my eyes, like, you're not recycling your content enough. And it's not about being lazy or anything like that. It's being resourceful is one, and showing your new followers what you're capable of. So Instagram doesn't allow you to use popular sounds. How come? Is your account a creator account? That could be it too. Right. Don's Creations, you're right. Sometimes the people who have been here, they forget that you did something like that. From yesterday to this morning, from the live, right? So that's how going live helps. Also, if you guys can ever contact another crafter and go live with them, that's helpful. And this is what I want to say about lives, because I'm not judging anyone. I give my straight up opinion on what I think about lives. When you go live, one of the mistakes I did yesterday, I always tell people, when you start a live, as soon as you click it, you should be ready to introduce your live, because when people share that live now, the first few seconds is what people are going to hear. I did not do any introduction. It was just the camera sitting there by itself, me talking to my sister. And that was mainly because I did not have intentions of saving my live, but then everybody wanted me to save it. And I ended up saving it. So it's dead silence really at the beginning, and you hear like mumbling, stuff like that. So when you're going live, try to be ready to give the intro, like, hey guys, this is just a random live. I'm showing you how to make this. Hey guys, it's like for crafting and chatting, I always did introductions. It'd be like, happy Thursday, guys. It's me, Shondell, the creator of the Craft Print. You're here for crafting and chatting. That way, when people share it, they know exactly what it's about. In your live, you have to remember to talk and ask questions and entertain. If I go on a live and I feel like it's putting me to sleep, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm not on social media as much as people think I am to watch lives. I come in to comment and run out. I try to make sure I respond to every comment I could and run out. So when I am on social media, it's to respond to comments and that's it. So I hardly ever even see people go live. But you want to entertain people in that live. A lot of people will say like, you're funny, like I like the way you and I notice people want to laugh. It's not like all seriousness. you got to entertain even though you're kind of crafty. So talk to people, ask questions, where they from, what you're doing, their opinion, like encourage people to do stuff, and remember to entertain. So introduce yourself and entertain. You would have to go into your settings and see what you have it set as. You have a creator account, but you can't seem to get trending reels. Really? I'm not sure what that's about. Nice, Betty. So, okay. So yesterday's live was, I would say, partially planned. So we spoke about it during live, but it wasn't something I posted about because I didn't think much into it. When I over plan, it gets stressful and it's not as fun. It starts to feel like work. So like some lives, we'll just talk about it and I'll do things and jump in and I do it. That's your struggle. You're not good at entertaining. So make sure you're engaging then. Let's say like people love to laugh and all that stuff, but not like my sisters tell me straight up, Shauna, that is not me. I have one, Janelle. Janelle is dry. She's not gonna come and she's not gonna crack jokes. She's not gonna do all of that stuff. She's the type to just teach. So when you're like that and you're not like have a big personality or something, you want to ask questions and keep your followers engaged. So that way they're there to talk, to ask, oh, she's gonna help me out. I'm gonna ask more questions. So because everybody don't have the same personality. Also, talk on the difference with your personality too, because not everybody is the damn same. Not everybody likes to crack jokes and entertain it. Not everybody have a big personality. So find the people that's like just like you that can relate to you and do the same. Talk about it. Like some people are like, oh, but I'm boring. Talk about it. Talk about it. There's millions of people just like all of us. Without payment. Yes. Even with payment. It can get stressful. I know payment will make it better because it's like, all right, I'm compensated, let me just do that. But yeah, it starts to get overwhelming. If you use business profile, IG restricts your audio. Well, somebody said they have it on creator and it's still restricting them. I don't know. So change it to entrepreneur. Try that, guys. I have mine on creator. But yeah. Engage and entertain on your lives. If you feel like every now and then, see if you can get somebody to come on. Even if it's just somebody to just ask a few questions. Ask questions in your stories, wherever you are, and make sure you're touching on those questions. I told people before, I seen it on another page, somebody said, find people within your industry, whether you consider them competition or not, and just scroll through their comments. Like even like a larger creator, scroll through comments and see what people are asking and create the content to answer those questions. So if you go on Cricut's Instagram, there's going to be lots of questions. So if you're trying to figure out what kind of content to create for the Cricut or to teach people how to use the Cricut, go to Cricut. See what they're asking. Some people are probably like, oh my God, what is print and cut? Oh my goodness, how do I do this? How do I do that? I can't do this. This is getting on my nerves. Create reels to answer those kind of questions because those are the things that people want. Or maybe where you're located. I don't know. I don't know, guys. Instagram is just crazy. So now they're gonna have it where you can pay monthly to be verified, and according to them, what it will do is give you extra protection. Nobody can steal your account. But if you have the 2-factor authentication, that's supposed to keep people from stealing it. I don't even know. I don't know. I honestly don't want something else to pay for. I'm weaning off of one platform because they started charging too much, and I don't want to pay it every month. Off of Teachable with my classes, it's I think $175 now a month just to host my classes on Teachable. I'm not paying that. You've only been live once. You can save audio. Of course, if you want to use an audio and come back to it later, so go to the reel that you're hearing the audio from. At the bottom, you're gonna see the words going across with the name of the audio and who created it. So what you want to do is there's gonna be a little. It looked like a pennant, you know, like the banner. Click that. It'll save the audio. When you go to create reels, you can go to your saved sounds and use that. I always save sounds to come back and use later. Something that my sisters told me they did not know, when you're creating a reel and you're creating that thumbnail picture, when you're allowed to choose it from your phone or either from the reel video, you then have the option to size that picture how you want it to look on your timeline. I don't know if people know that, if people have seen that or utilized that, but when I see pictures on people's timeline with heads cut off, pieces cut off, you're not seeing all of that. Teaching your classwork on StreamYard. I have no idea. I'm not getting StreamYard. What I'm going to do is I've started downloading all of the classes off of Teachable. I'm uploading them to YouTube as private videos. And then I'm going to create a listing on Etsy. And once you purchase it, you get an automatic digital download with the link to take you to the private video to the class. And I'm just going to use that. Groceries? Lord. Don't even start with food. You can't use the ones you saved? That's crazy. It wouldn't let you even tag. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with Instagram. And it acts up. It acts up. And that's why people say, make sure that like you're not finding your customers only on Instagram. Because when Instagram acts the fool, what's your plan? Now you can't get contact to your customers. So always have more than one and your own. And an email list always works so that you can contact all of the people on your email list if ever social media goes down, you can still speak to your customers with an email list. If ever Etsy decides to act crazy, if you have your own site, sometimes your own site act up. There's no relief. There's no relief for us. Did you make any of the fake bakes? That actually would be a good, that'll be a good reel. Like I did a reel months ago where I said I had roti instead of my curry. I put yellow bling in a plate as the curry, and I took the roti and went to pick it up. And I put, after buying craft supplies, I can't even afford to have my curry with my roti. So just small, funny, crazy things like that make for good reels. Videotape yourself. As I videotape myself all the time. A lot of it I don't even use. When you go to Michael's, when you're cleaning up the craft room, you can use all of that as content. Use it. Do it. You're here. What are you doing here? This week you should be posting. Last week I don't even think you did good. Right. So when you see funny reels going around, find a way to make it funny but relate to your field. And there's always a way. Rhinestones and milk. Yeah, so there's always a way to bring it back, especially with crafting. There's always a way. Hold on, let me. All right, I'm back. I need my water. Y'all, I'm tired. I am tired. I need to bring my energy up this week. So, with that being said, today I'm definitely keeping the live to 1 hour because I have a lot of running around to do. I do. So before we get to anything else, I need to know who is still in the run with us this week how many times you plan on posting. So if you don't list your name here today, you ain't getting reminded. And this week, I think I'm going to do a reminder post twice. Because we all just dwindling down. So I think I'm going to do reminders twice this week, like midweek. Come on, guys, we can do it. Put your back into it. We can do it. Even if you're just, and the thing is, it doesn't have to be the theme. It doesn't have to be the theme. You can just post content. That's the goal. Post content goals. So I need to know our 1 per day. 1 per day. We're not doing no more 2 per day. And then our 3 per week. 2 lists. You're either with 1 per day or 3 per week. Tamika, I told you to go into Google and change your name here. The 2 per day. So Kai, Don's, you're doing 1 per day. Designed by Ivy Rose, 1 per day. Rose and Olive, 1 per day. Precious Delights Canada, 2. I don't have no 2. I'm just making a list for either 1 per day or 3 per week. If you choose to do a little bit more, because I'm always gonna do more than 1 per day for this month. But I'm just making 2 lists. This, like, trying to help everyone stay accountable too, is taking a toll, because I'm getting some people like, oh no, I'll do 4 and I'll do 3, and it's like I can't keep track of all that. I love y'all, but I can't keep track of all that. So Tara, Coily Girl Crafts is 1 per day. Alexandria, you're doing 3 per week. Tamika, 3 per week. And I want to see you change your YouTube name. 515 Dreams, 3 per week. Two a day. Ro, I think y'all choosing not to listen to me. I really think y'all choosing not to listen to me. Crafty J Creations, 3 per week. $4 per week. Now I know for real y'all not listening to me. I know for real y'all not listening to me. All right, so Kai to create 3 per week. Kai to create. Kai to creations. Betty, one per week. Betty. I'm gonna have to take a plane ticket just to come and lash you. Did I miss anybody? Hold on. If I didn't say your name, Tamara, you're doing 3 per week? All right, so LA Design Hub, 3 per week. So Betty, you're gonna do 1 per day. Let me tell you something. These reminders are definitely only for March. CJ, 1 per day. So CJ's exclusive designs. Woo! Let me tell you something. So I was looking at, because somebody told me, like, if it gets too much, just do it where it's a subscription for people who want you to follow up with them every week. Child, I don't even know if I can keep up with that. All right, so I'm gonna go over the names. Glitter and Friends, I'm putting you down, Janelle, for 3 per week this week. I know April is gonna be more, but you're gonna start this week with some of the changes that I told you. LA Design Hub, I got you down for 3 per week. Did I miss anyone? So let me tell y'all what we have so far. 1 per day is Kai, Don's Creation, Designs by Ivy Rose, Rose and Olive, Tara, Coily Girl Crafts, Ro, Betty, and CJ's Exclusive Design. 3 per week, Alexandria Tamika, 515 Dreams, Crafty J Creations, Kai to Creation, Tamara, LA Design Hub, and Janelle. Did I miss anybody? Did I miss anybody? So as people come in, then they could choose what they have. It's a bit. Oh, you know what? I didn't even start at 3 o'clock today. Getting crafty with it. 3 per week. Also, I don't know if I said this, but I realized that sometimes people put names, their business name here, and a slight different on Instagram. You don't want a slight difference. You don't want any difference. There's been people who I've written down, not a lot, and then I went to Instagram to find them, to tag them, and the name has like a number on it or a slight difference from YouTube. So if a customer ever wants to look for you, they're going to give up. So this is why I say match the names on all of your social channels. Everything should be the same. Ro, what were you asking? What do I mean? What was that for? Alexandria, I stayed with my original name for 6 years before I came up with the craft print. So take your time until you find a name that you choose. I thought Shondel's Decor was too long too, and it was just so, like, I didn't put any effort into it, you know? But it took me like 6 years before I got a name that I loved and I needed. You need to change your name where? You have Rose and Olive here, and Rose and Olive on Instagram for the most part that I know of. I don't think I had to search you, so I think I was already following you. So I don't know, but you just want to make sure all names across the board matches. It says Rose and Olive here. Crafty Cheeks. Crafty Cheeks is actually cute. Somebody probably got that. Because let me tell you, when I used to come up with names and I search, it's like everything is taken. It was just, it's really crazy. Oh, that's what you mean. Okay, got it. Yeah, so if somebody saw you commented here and then went to look for you, the thing is, your name might come up because there's probably not a lot of Rose and Olives, but you just want it where people can easily find you. Your customers can easily find you. And a reminder, you want your page to be like your product. When your customer comes to your page, you want your product there. I know that creating these aesthetically pleasing to, thumbnails, it looks good, it's not working. Now again, if you prefer to keep them, go ahead. But the pages that I go to where it's a bunch of colors, like just that one color and some of the product in there, and I feel like it takes me a minute. When someone comes to your page, that's how quick they're supposed to know what you sell or what you make. Once they come to your page, it shouldn't be, what is that exactly? What does that say? They shouldn't have to figure it out, guys. I'm talking to you, Rose and Olive. You fall under that subject too. There's quite a few There's quite a few. But here's the thing. Not everybody wants to change. And I realize that. And not everything works for everyone. But I would say when people come to your page and know what you sell, it's always going to be better than your page just looking pretty. It can look pretty with what you sell. But don't just focus on your colors matching and everything coordinating. Focus on your customer seeing what they need to see. Betty, let me tell you, Betty. So I was talking to my sister and I was showing her that, like, this is what your page is supposed to be looking like compared to thumbnails. And I went to a few pages and Betty's page was one of them. And we both looked at it like, this looks so good. Like you're seeing it now compared to the matching colored thumbnails. Like and then with Betty just starting, you can see the difference. I myself, I love it. If I came as a customer, I know what Betty's making. Before, I would have to click on the actual reel to see what it is that Betty's making. You don't want them to have to do that. Show them what it is. That will encourage, because guess what? If I can't figure out what that reel is going to be about, most likely I ain't touching it. I'm not touching it. I'm not coming and searching and trying to figure it out. But if I see a cool product, oh, let me see how she did that, I'm going to click it. So to me, that would be so much better. It would be so much better. Yes, I love looking at her background though. I really do. Shots and Beer Candle Co. You weren't here earlier, were you? So question to you. I'm not sure if you're familiar with the challenge that we're doing with the themes. Have you joined in? Do you want me to put you on the list of the reminders for the challenge next week? Many are too lazy. Everybody has a short attention span. It's accumulated over the time with social media. Get to the point. Show me what you got. Show me what I need to buy. Tell me how much it is. Like, people want to know now. I don't want to know that your page is pretty and now I got to figure out which one of your products I want to buy. Because if I got to do that, it's none. The answer is none. I'm not going through all of that. And so we have 1 per day or 3 per week for next week. Which side you want to be on? Which reminder you want to be on? 1 per day is the goal or 3 per week. Also, what I also did is, because sometimes, I won't say people, I'm going to straight out say me. 99% of the times I think I'm right. Like, not even 99. 99.9999% of the time I think I'm right. And I feel like if I say that's what it is, that's what it is. But that's not always like that. So that 0.0000001% of the time I'm wrong, I got to make up for that, right? So I went to check other people's pages to see if I'm wrong when it comes to the whole aesthetic versus product in your feed, right? Shots and Beer. I'm going to write that down, 3 per week. Candle Co. So I went to other pages all the time. You're probably right. It's probably 100. To look at the comparison, specifically crafters. So the crafters that I see who are selling like crazy, whose Instagram pages are growing and stuff like that, and you see comments and engagement, all of them have their product, a bright, nice image of the product in their feed. And honestly, 99% of them don't even have quotes. It's what it is. People want to see what you're doing. People want to see what you're making. And if you're selling, you want to show them. Olive. Rose and Olive. Not only this week are you challenged 1 per day, I need to see pictures in that feed. I need to see the pictures. I do. I would never. Let me tell you one thing about me is if there is a flaw, if there's something bad about me, You're going to hear from me before you hear from anybody else. I'm not one to hide, even though in my head I'm always right. I'm going to tell you straight up, listen, this is what I do, this is what it is. Yeah, I messed up, I did this. I don't got shit to hide. Nothing. Yours is all over the place? Let me see. Let me see. You know who hold on. There's somebody who's been kind of quiet. So here's what I would say. Tamara. So some of your pictures have a border. Some have the profile, the picture and a mock-up. Some have the picture. So when you have a reel with a process video, especially when you're working on your mat, you want to have a completed picture, maybe set up like just like white poster board on the bottom and the back, and set it up and take the picture. So you can just use an outside picture as that profile picture. I honestly, just my opinion, I don't like the profile picture with the mat showing. Just my opinion. And it's up to you. Hold on a second, let me see. What plan are you using over there? Tamara, what that look like we're using the same planner, girl. So I would say try to do that. You want to change all the thumbnails last week. I also want to say that one thing I didn't know is that you could change your thumbnail. Tracy actually told me that, and I never even realized. I never went to look in to change the thumbnail. So that's also a good thing to do. Time lapse the whole thing and done. Time lapse are really great. People love to see time lapse. People love to see time lapse. And Tamara too, it takes time to get it together. It took me time to start posting regular. It took me time to start taking better pictures. It takes time, but just remember that as you're changing things up, as you grow, that those are the changes you want to make. Designed by Ivy Rose. I feel like you do not show your stuff on your timeline enough. If I came to your Instagram page, I feel like I really don't see your talent off your timeline. The pictures that you have needs to be just that picture as that profile photo. You have some of them like in mock-ups with a border around it. My eye don't go to the product right away. I would just have that product just bare right there on the page. I feel like your Instagram profile, like when you're just going to see it, it does not showcase your talent. It does not. Like if I came here, I would not know how great your products are. It's a happy planner. It looks like another planner I have. You mainly have mock-ups. Do you sell digitals only, or you sell actual product? Hold on, I'm gonna go check anyway. Are you, first off, I want to say, oh, that mock-up you did for Monster Truck, I freaking love it. So are you selling the products too? LA Design Hub? Trying to create your thumbnails in Canva, but don't know how to use it. Here's the thing with Instagram. You don't need to go create your thumbnails in Canva necessarily. Just make sure when you take a picture, there's a lot of space at the top and the sides. Like, do not fill up the whole camera with your product. Step back, leave space, edit that picture, just brighten it up a little bit, and you can use that as the thumbnail for Instagram. You don't, and you can set up your thumbnail where your picture is just there and it's the size of the reel also, but I think that people are overthinking the setup of the thumbnail. It can be just the picture. LA Design Hub, do you sell just the mock-ups or do you sell some of the actual products? Don's, I'm gonna go now. Because your mock-ups are really beautiful. I would just say that the page doesn't look consistent with the type of mock-ups that I'm seeing here. And you don't need to post like the logo but I can see that you've kind of changed over time. But you used to post more products. What's going on here? What's going on? Don's, you post your product, but the only thing I would say that the background isn't that consistent and it's not centered. On a lot of your wood products, the top and the bottom is cut off. You want space in between that, so when people come to your page, they're seeing the exact product. The apple teacher with the vase, I'm seeing too much vase, and part of the apple plaque for the teacher, some of it is cut off. You could have used that space when you go to edit. I'm gonna have to show y'all, I'm using the phone for this video, so I can't show y'all where to go to edit the size of the picture before you post it on Instagram. You do have one, so you have video, but then the thumbnail that you chose for the video has that black and white space at the top and the bottom. I would say get the items more centered so that I can see exactly what it is. But for the most part, you're doing, but a lot of your, it looks like most of your reels, there's that black space between the top and the bottom. You don't want to have that. So if you scroll down to, you have one that Miss Levy, the apple plaque, that's centered real nice, but you want it without the space at the top and the bottom. You have the piggy bank, Adriel, looks like the name. That's pretty good centered in the middle without any black or white, the black lines in between it. So you want it where when people just come, they know exactly what you do, what is there, what it is. You're converting from gift baskets over to digitals? Oh, you're not selling products. That's good. So then I would say stay consistent with the type of mock-up that you have because your mock-ups are gorgeous. Let me go. So like, but what I would try to do is stay consistent maybe with your backgrounds. Like the marble one that you have with the envelope and the invitation, those are great. Try to do that, but you want to also get some reels on your page. So maybe you can record your designing process, just speed it up. So all people will see is you moving the images around designing it and have that as your reels and have the mock-up as your thumbnail. You notice landscape pictures. Why do you have landscape pictures? Don't take none of those. You need to have your phone upright when you take a picture with that space in between, and then go to upload your reel and go to phone to get the image and make sure that baby is centered. LA Design Hub, that's really good. What you can do, look into Corjal, Corjl. I don't know if Pretty Party and Crafty have a class on how to use Corjal. So when you link your Corjal to your Etsy or your website, when you sell the product, your customer gets a link to Corjal where they can add the name and the address and basically their details. So you're literally doing nothing but listing your products. They're going to edit, save it, and go print it themselves. It's Corjl. You can also go on YouTube and look up Corjal videos. It just makes custom digital products, easy to sell. Nubian treasures, what is your goal for next week? The list is either 1 per day or 3 per week. One per day or 3 per week. You're welcome. Anybody have questions for me? That's my last. We have a short list today. I think maybe people didn't realize I was going live. That's the only thing I could think of. We have a really short list today. So, before I hop, oh, I'm hungry. Tyler, you want to make the rest of those wings today? I need to buy some more because there's only 6 left. 1 per week. I said wrong thing. Nubian, I know you're going down for 1 per day. So I'm just going to put you down for our 1 per day. We have Kai. We have Dawn's Creations. We have Designs by Ivy Rose. Rose and Olive. Tara. Cordy Girl Crafts. Ro. Betty. CJ's Exclusive Designs. And Nubian. Those are all the people that I have for 1 per day. 3 per week is Alexandria, Tamika, 515 Dreams, Crafty J Creations, Kai, 2 Creations, Tamara, LA Design Hub, Janelle, Getting Crafty With It, Shots and Beers Candle Co. So we have my list. I'm creating 1 per day, 3 per week. If you do more, it's always better to do a little bit more. But I'm just having 2 lists so that I don't have a bunch of stuff going on here. My shoulders looking trim. It's the camera deceiving y'all, because let me tell y'all something. I've been so miserable. I just been eating, and I gained like 7 pounds. So I think that's also part of me being sluggish. I'm just eating. I'm gaining weight. I'm getting miserable all over again. So I got to get it together. Whew. But anywho, no questions for me? Are we good? Is everybody good? How y'all feel? How was the challenge? This is my question to y'all. What has the challenge done for you so far, or how has it helped you or your business so far? Like, are you learning things? Have you improved? You seen improvement in your engagement, in your followers, in your sales? What have you seen? Have your insights gone up? Things like that. Designed by Ivy Rose, right? Designed by Ivy Rose. Do you feel like you're gonna post more of the photos? I feel like I really need to see more of just your photo of your products there. Don, you're welcome. You need something? Oh, put all your stuff in a bag. I'm going to the laundry today. I'll throw it to you. You think you open up creativity? It has done a lot for my creativity too. Getting stressed about the subject, so I step back and just post stuff. Right. And I told people that you don't have to necessarily post the themes, just post. Like, I just want us to get used to posting. Social media presence. Right, Kai. Consistent, force you to post. And I think that's the main thing with all of us. Like, we're making sure we're posting more. This is your first time, Betty? That's what I'm talking about. You get back. Give it some time. CJ's Exclusive. Give it some time. It's helped push you to do more. Nice. Rose and Olive, she makes a good point. Posting on others and engaging with others' content will help you also. Because people see and come and want to follow you. Try to take the board off. Congratulations, Don's Creation. She said she passed 500 followers this week. It was good for your YouTube channel, Betty? Nice. Right. And that's the main thing you want people to see. See what you're capable of doing. CJ, right. I haven't added them yet, but I have opened up to making new things, especially this week that I'm working on. Definitely new things. without the copyright items. Took a break from lives. Yeah, I'm still figuring out crafting and chatting. Go, Betty. With being consistent. You're learning, Ro. What do you think you've learned so far? What do you feel like you need to learn, Ro? Getting you more comfortable with posting more. Tamara, you definitely should. Definitely should. You've seen an increase in files posted once a day. And what I wanna it takes time, guys. Even though we're doing a month of being consistent, some people might get no new followers. Some will get a little, some will get a lot. Don't compare yourself. When I take time away from Instagram is because I find myself just keep coming on like I should be here. I should be doing this. I should be doing that. Like this is the comparison, it honestly is a thief of joy. Like trying your best not to compare yourself and remember that it's going to take some time, but we just got to keep up with the consistency. We definitely do. You posted 3 times. You haven't posted since December. Now that's an improvement. That's an improvement. You're welcome, Kai. Taylin, you just came in, right? So we have a list, 1 per day or 3 per week for next week. What side are you going on? It does help. It does help. I don't know if y'all noticed, like, if I ever come on a live, for people who like pay attention to details, if my mood seems like down, mellow, I seem slow, by the end of the live, I have more energy every time. And it's because I actually enjoy going live and talking and helping. Like it's me. It's what I do, what I enjoy. So try to find the parts of this that you enjoy and put your effort into that, because I'm telling you, it doesn't matter. This shit could run you dry. Like there's times where I think it was the beginning of this month, I told Joelle, like, I'm really considering just not doing it. Like, I miss working, stop working, and it's just whatever you feel like doing. Just go and relax. Go to bed early if you choose to. I miss that. I miss that. So sometimes it can drive you nuts. So you want to find parts. 3 again. So the more you create, the more, yep. That's a good saying. Creativity is a muscle. It definitely is. It definitely is. I'll try to remember that. The morale, yeah. To have, to know that other people are doing it with you. Like they're also to know that people are feeling the same feelings you're feeling. Like I could come on every week and just smile and grin at y'all just to get to make sure y'all going along with me for the challenge, but like that ain't how I feel. So I'm gonna tell y'all, yes, this coming up week here, I feel like I'm ready to give up. I'm tired. It's draining. I need to bring my energy back up. So to know that we're all kind of feeling that at this point is helpful, and now we could all jump in where we can to help each other, like get back to where we were at the beginning. So we got this. We do. You're learning how to engage. I need to learn how to convert views to sales. I'm stuck at the same number of followers in sales. Definitely. Also, look into, there are people who focus on sales a lot and have classes. Don't be afraid to take classes with people. I know a lot of people ask me for one-on-ones and things like that. For me, when it comes to one-on-ones, I'll help you more with the creativity side and the consistency side, the sales side of things. Like for me, I wouldn't know how to tell people exactly what to do. I can only tell you, like for me, what helped with sales when it came to Etsy, where I went from, I would say, let's say 10 sales a year to sometimes 10 sales a day, right? That was from started showing myself, like showing up more, Shondell, in the craft print. Helping people more than just selling, being consistent with my posting, being real about the process of everything, whether it's how I started growing, posting, creating, being confused over what to create, not knowing when Etsy on, act the fool or not. So for me, the consistency and showing up more besides product is what helped me get more sales. But I don't teach because I feel like I don't have it. I have the exact thing to tell people, because you'd pay me and then come back to me and be like, girl, I didn't even make an extra dollar after I paid you and you said you wasn't help me. I'm more of the person that will help you creativity and consistency when it comes to social media. Also, another thing that helped my sales was Pinterest. If you're not pinning your products, I don't know what you're waiting for at this point. I've said it a million times. Pinterest is free. Utilize Pinterest. You want to post videos, you want to post pictures. The same things you're posting for Reels and Shorts and TikToks, you're posting also on Pinterest. If you're not sure, I have a video here on YouTube explaining for beginners how to use Pinterest and how to post, how to schedule the post on Pinterest, everything. Utilize Pinterest. I've actually, because of the doing everything with the challenge, I fell off with Pinterest. So at the end of this month, because the challenge and work and everything I also have going on is taking up enough of my time, my goal is to get all these things up in my shop and get back consistent with Pinterest. Use Pinterest. Use it. It's free advertisement. Link everything back to your shop. If it's not a product you're selling, just a like funny reel, link that back to your social media channel. Somebody might find you on Pinterest and be like, oh, she's funny, let me go. And they go over to your Instagram page and give you a follow. Yeah, the group sees engagement because of the challenge too. And my challenge with everything is juggling it all. So there's this live. I want to get back to crafting and chatting. That's going to be another live to focus on. I got orders every day. I work full time. Then now you have to engage in the Facebook group. You have to pin on Pinterest. You have to put videos on YouTube. You have to put tutorials on your blog. When I think of all that you have to do to stay consistent, I am ready to give it all up. Because it's like, nah, forget it. This is just a little too much. As you grow, people do hire people. I'm a shopaholic. I haven't gotten to the point where I'm even managing my funds properly to hire nobody. And I ain't making enough. Like, I make enough for my day job, and I don't want to use my personal money for anything for business. But business itself ain't there to be hiring nobody to come and help. And when I get aggravated, I go buy new stuff. So, balancing all of this crap is what stresses me out. How do I balance it? I don't. I trip on my face once a week. It's a lot. The best advice I could give when it gets to the point of a lot is just hone in on specific things and little by little wean everything in, or because like I've decided TikTok is not a priority to me. It is not a priority to me. So my focus is going to be like Instagram and YouTube. I can't do it. It's just too much. It is just too much. Too much. Right. And when you feel yourself getting that way, take a little break and just reevaluate. Because it happened. It's not like it's going to happen one time. You're going to figure it out. You're going to change up your routine and everything is going to be great. It don't work like that. It don't work like that. Tamara, I know you ain't just asked me how you balance it all when I just told you I fall on my face every week. I don't balance not one skunt. Some days the kids get neglected. Well, I don't have kids. They grown. Some days I don't cook. Some days I don't clean. Some days I don't post on Facebook. Some days YouTube ain't getting no content for the month. The blog ain't get content in a few months. I haven't been pinning on Pinterest like I need to. There's no balance. I just do what I can when I can. What did Mariah say? I do the best I can with what I got. That's my motto right there. There ain't no right balance. Grab a hold of the ones that you want to focus on right now and go crazy on that. That's what I do. Instagram is usually my main focus because I'm comfortable there I enjoy it. It doesn't stress me out as much. And it's what I've been focusing on for years, to the point where consistency on Instagram is second nature to me. Second nature. I don't dump everywhere else. I have to figure it out, think about it. So in like batches, I'll focus on one thing, and then the next time I'm focusing on the other, and it's usually all over the place. You have more followers on TikTok? Well, I would say then make that your main priority and make everything else like secondary. Perception trumps all sometimes. Pinterest. Design by Ivy Rose. I have not been, I should have been pinning these things, but I think my focus has not been pinning because I didn't list them. I am going to. I decided I'm going to list them. So when I do list them, then I'm going to like pin everything. Right. So focus on one thing at the time. And I will also say, like, if you can't figure out where, like, what platform to focus on, sit down and think about which platform brings in the most money for you and focus on that first. I do, yes, Coily Girl Crafts, definitely. By me showing people my personality, I do feel like there's people, I get a lot of customers who purchase from me because of me. Like, I've had people mention, like, no, I want you to do this cake topper. It has to be the craft print. And that's showing up and, like, making sure you're not lying. Like, don't try to come off as everything is great. Like, when people say, how do you balance it all? Oh, well, I wake up and I exercise every morning and I make sure I get everything done. And then I post and then I take care of home and try to make it look perfect when it's not. Mind you, there's women out there who could do that. Then they need to say that. Don't lie. Like, I will straight up tell y'all, I'm losing my mind this week. Listen, I woke up this morning, I cried for 10 minutes, and then I got back to work. Like, be real with people. When people can relate to you and understand more, they're going to be drawn to you. So be as real as possible. And you don't have to put like all of your business out there. I feel like a lot of people know me, know my family, know about the boy, but they really don't know everything. So you can talk to people and open up without having to spill all your family business, you know? So you will get that. When people start being drawn to you, they'll just order from you. They will order from you. And I'll tell y'all straight up, Instagram, I think Instagram, people get a different, usually like feel like I have it together. I don't. I freaking don't. Thursday and Friday last week, I called out sick, and it was for two mental health days, because I just felt like how I'm trying to explain it, nothing, just empty, just there, like a ball of confusion and depression all in one. I feel like I don't know what I'm doing. I feel like I'm not doing enough. It's just crazy, right? But I tell people that. I'm not afraid to tell people that I cry in the shower, or I'll cry before I go to sleep. I cry a lot. You may think I come on here and I laugh with y'all and joke. Usually the funniest ones be the most depressed ones. I cry a lot. That's life. But I ain't gonna lie about it. I'll probably lie about like my pant size. Maybe that. I'll probably try to tell people, yeah, I'm a size 8. But then when they see me in person, they're gonna know I'm lying. But what I'm saying is, be real. Be as real as possible. People can relate to you. If you feel like, listen, Shonda, I'm boring. Like, I just work and come home, and there's 10,000 people out there who are just the same. Talk to people. People will be able to like relate to you. I'm dead serious. Be honest. Right. So, focus on where you think you're making the most money. If you don't know, then just keep posting every damn where. Keep doing everywhere until you figure it out. But the process videos, going live, all of that is helpful. answer questions, reels. Just do reels with like about you answering a question. A lot of the times, like say I posted these bookshelf, but there's people who didn't see the post. So people ask, where do you store your crickets? Create a reel. Because I'm trying to remind myself to do reels on just short things like that. Where did you store your crickets? Do a reel to show this. Girl, I bought it from IKEA, blah, blah, blah. That's it. Where do you store your pens? Oh, I have this pen holder. That's a reel right there. What printers do you use? Answer it. Show your printer. Say what it is. Don't forget, you should have your Amazon links. Start sending people back to your affiliate links. But just answering small questions like that. There goes a bunch of ideas for real. That's probably 2 weeks worth of reels that you can post every day. Right. Listen, we all go through a lot. I feel like sometimes as humans, we feel like, you know what, nobody else feels how I feel. Nobody else understands what I'm going through. Because I be feeling like that too. It's just a lot. We all got a lot going on. And to maintain a business, regardless of what field, it's a lot. How do you become an affiliate with Amazon? Just apply. Go on Google, type in Amazon affiliate program and apply. If they deny you, just keep working on growing your Instagram page and apply again later on. Struggling at your post about it. Post about it. That's my answer to anything people say to me. Post about it. You feel stressed out? Post about it. I don't be having time to post about everything. Today, I honestly don't think that I'm going to create a post for the themes for next week. And it's okay. And I feel like I felt pressured to make sure I'm giving like creative content to keep up with the challenge and stuff. And it's like, all right, you're going to wear yourself out. If you can't do it, don't do it. If you can't do it, don't do it. At the end of the day, right? Stress is not healthy. So you want to try to reduce as much as you can. So let's say you drop down from stress. What do you think your customer's going to do? Go to the next one. Order it from somebody else. So we got to make sure like our physical and mental health is the priority too. You have to. What I would do, don't laugh at me though. Like even with my free time, I be recording for content too. But not all the time. But my family is like my free time to kind of clear my mind, just be able to think of things where I'm not thinking of what's my next move. How do I keep making money? What am I posting next? How do I create this new reel? This is trending. How am I going to keep up with it? Like your brain is always going and going and going and going and going. So having like girl time, sister time, things like that it's good for me because my brain does not have to think about that stuff. Really, bro? So you gotta take care of yourself. Like you have to. You have to. And no matter what people say, it's hard. It's hard. It's very hard. It is very hard. But just make sure you don't give up. Take your breaks. Take time off if you gotta take time off. But don't give up. I've taken many breaks. Whether it's a death, whether it's just mental health. I take a lot of mental health breaks. I told y'all I took the day off Thursday and Friday from work because I just was not there. And it's important to take care of yourself. If you don't have people around you to help you out, you have to figure out what you can do with yourself to have that mental health time. It's great to have people and have a support system, but not everybody have that. I think so too, yes. In the craft community, when you find the right set of people, not saying that with realistic expectations. There's been people I've met who expected me to be more than I planned to be in their life. Like, they'll be upset if I don't respond. They'll be upset if I don't do things with them. I will never be that to anyone new in my life. I know that for a fact. I have friends who are still waiting for me to do things with them. Like, I don't have enough time to be that. And there's people who stop talking to me for it, right? You have to have real expectations, but I feel like when you find the right amount of people, you can find like a good community of crafters here. And also, don't let it get to you too much if you end up with people and it falls apart. Where I am today in the craft community, I feel like I have a very loving community. But there have been people who I've been around who left, who stopped talking to me, who maybe started talking about me, or just crazy shit. It's happened, and it's life. I'm okay with it. Like, I really don't care. If you definitely not affecting like my bills and stuff like that, I ain't worried about you. I ain't worried about you. So it's here. You just really have to find it. Are there any craft groups out there that talk about the kind of stuff, crafting and mental health? I haven't seen any groups, but I would say I talk about it a lot. When I go live on Instagram and stuff like that. I did a live one time, but one thing I told people is I would never, ever, 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 ever cry on live. And I got this close to it on a live, and I just came out of the live. Because it was coming up to the anniversary of my mom passing, and I'm telling you, I'm so depressed when that comes around. And I talk about it a lot. I do. I talk about it a lot. I probably have people unfollow me because they tired of the shit. They don't want to hear it. But I talk about it, and I'm real about it. LA Design Hub, I don't know why, but I've been putting off therapy. I don't know what it is. I kind of feel like I don't know if I'm ready to open that can of worms. But I know that it's definitely a goal. It's at the top of my goal for this year to actually start therapy. But definitely. But I would definitely shout out to my family and the one crazy man who actually agreed to deal with me, because they helped me a lot. My sons also. My sons are really great with helping me out. They drive me crazy at times, but they allow me to, or they'll help out, make sure they help out a little more if I need time. So just find your peoples. Be good to each other. Be open and be honest. Be consistent. And that's what we come out with today. Digital designers, what types of posts to make for Instagram? Honey Child Crafts. So are you just selling mock-ups? Mock-ups. Are you just selling your digital products? So like printables? So I was talking about that a little bit earlier. Because reels are kind of trending, see if you can record the process of you actually designing the products. So when people get used to seeing you designing, right? One, they're going to see that it takes a good amount of time. And then after a while, those people are going to actually want you to start teaching. So you can start selling your digitals and then start teaching people how to design also. You want to start selling actual product. So you can do the process videos of you designing, and then you can print the stuff out and show you assembling the actual products. So here's the thing with, like, I've heard people say they don't want to print it out and make it because it's a waste of money and stuff. Like, it's not. Think of that as like part of your marketing budget or something. Spend the money to actually show people what it looked like so people can see what the product looked like so they can buy from you. If you're just assembling chip bags, show the process of how you assemble it. Show the products that you use. Since you're a digital creator right now, talk about the programs you use. Do you use Canva? Do you use Photoshop? Do you use both? Talk about that. If you're using your iPad and if you're using Procreate, talk about the different brush strokes that you're using in Procreate. So you can be giving out tips like that. It's not taken away from customers, because the person that's coming to you to find out the program you're using to design most likely is designing too and have no intention of buying from you. So you're not taking customers. Like, it's not taking away your customers. Right. I'm gonna do it though. It's my goal before the year ends to start. So Honey Child Crafts, have you been following along with us? What time is it, guys? I talk too much. I'll be leaving in a few minutes. Honey Child Crafts, have you been following along? Because what you can do, hold on. Let me see what you have on here. Honey Child Craft, when did you start your Instagram page? When did you start Instagram? Or did you delete all of your stuff? I just followed back. Did you delete your content? You deleted everything? Why? No, don't ever delete. If you're ever going to make a change, just start off with the new stuff. Allowing your customers to see how you grew, where they could scroll back and see how you grew, and for yourself, is really good. Don't delete anything else after that. Since you deleted everything, you're going down one post per day next week. I ain't even giving you 3 because you need to catch up. So even if you're not picking things to go with the themes that we have for next week, you still need to post content. I want to see some consistency. And don't delete nothing else. Don't delete nothing else. Another question for you, Honey Child Crafts. The photo that you have right now as your... God damn it. The sun is about to blind me. Tyler, the photo that you have, it's consistent because I see the same photo here now that I look at it. I need you to change your profile picture. Is that your logo? The first thing I want to say is, when I'm looking at you here, I see Dracula teeth. That's what it looks like in the picture. If you can, I would say change your logo. Here's the first thing. Come close this blind here for me. You don't want your logo to be somebody else's product, because basically when you're promoting Honey Child Crafts now, when I look at your logo on Instagram, you're promoting Cricut with a machine here. You have a glue gun and you have a pair of scissors. Those are other people's products. You don't want to promote other people's products with your logo. Your logo should be just you. Yeah. And bring it a little bit more here. No, this same one. Pull it a little. Yeah. Thank you. Your logo needs to promote just you. That's it. You can put a picture of yourself if you plan on showing up. My sons are tired of me. I always call them for everything. So even if you make it just like wording with your name and stuff like that, you want your logo to be just about Honey Child Crafts. That's it. I've seen, and let me tell you, you could keep that image as like your secondary image that you could use on things and like that, but don't have it as your logo. You want to promote straight up just you. When somebody looks at your logo, they need to think Honey Child Crafts, not a Cricut product is what Honey Child Crafts is using. You don't want that. You want it like when you look at Nike, Target, the little bullseye from Target, Target. Like, you don't even need to see the words. We just know that bullseye is Target. We know the check is Nike. We know the Jumpman is Michael Jordan. So that's the goal for your logo. Even if it doesn't get popular, you don't want it to get popular and it's promoting somebody else. You know what I'm saying? So let it focus on you. I'm putting an asterisk by your name, Honey Child Crafts, because I'm really going to be paying attention to you since you deleted everything and I need to see more content. We put in a star there for next week. So of course I'm a blabbermouth and I say I'm not going to stay here for an hour and I end up here for 2 hours. So before I do get off, anybody is not on the list. Anybody? The list is your reminder. On Mondays, I put a reminder in my story and I tag you to remind you of how many times you need to post. Because we're all falling down the little depression hole this week, I'm going to post twice this week to really remind us and get our stuff together. And I want to say to anybody who creates funny content, make us laugh this week. Make us laugh this week. We all need it. I'm going to try to think of something. I don't know. I need something stupid this week. We need to laugh. Do we love the crafts? Sure as hell do. But we need a little entertainment. And this week and next week, we need a little cheering up. We need... Maybe I need to act a clown this week to get us all in a better mood. But we need it. Find content that's going to make us laugh. RHW. So are you doing 1 per day or 3? 3 per week. 1 per day or 3 per week. For RHW, Bougie Girl Boutique, you just came in. The live is almost over. But your choices for content planning next week is 1 per day or 3 per week. So let me know which list you want to go to for your reminders. And this week reminder, make us laugh. Make us laugh. 3 per week? Okay. LB. You know what? I'm glad you caught it. I'm glad you caught it. I'm proud of you. Right account. 1 per day. Two per day. We're not doing 2 per day. So if you choose to do 2 per day, perfect. I'm only doing 2 lists because it's too much for me to keep up with people who's doing off numbers. So I'm going to push you on 1 per day. So if you weren't here, just know that if you're planning on rewatching today's live, we went a little more into stress and depression this week and just kind of dealing with things mentally. Also, we went over your content and how you're creating your content. And focusing, a lot of us are focusing who haven't been this week on making sure that our profile grid is showing our products. There is no like mock-up background, straight products. And I checked in on other like larger platforms in the crafting community, and those are the successful ones. Make sure that when we come to your page, we know what you're selling. And I know that I spoke with one person and she showed me some of her upgrades. The product is a little bit bigger, but she still has it set up as like still aesthetically pleasing to make sure all of those things are in there. It's still the same. You want just your product in that profile. AC Squared Jewelry. Are you doing 3 per week or 1 per day for next week? I wrote LB, I got Bougie Girl, I got RHW, and I think that's it for all of the people who did not come in when we did the list. Just AC Squared Jewelry. Let me know if you're 1 per day and 3 per week. Also, this week I'm going to be doing a reminder twice for the week instead of at the beginning. I'm going to put you on 3 per week, and then if you choose to do more, it's perfect. Because this week we all feel like we're slowing down some, like we're not keeping up. It's starting to, everybody's mood is starting to tank. Not necessarily mood, but the momentum of the challenge is starting to tank. So we all need a little uplifting this week. So I'm going to do more than one reminder. And again, guys, if you have any content that can make people laugh, This is the time for it. People always want to laugh and they always want to learn something. So I'm going to head out and run around like I got to run around. Remember, consistency, even if you're not doing the theme that we're doing, just post. You want to make sure that you're consistent with posting. Engaging with other people, not even just within the challenge, but just on social media. You want to comment on people's things, be helpful in the comments as well. All of that helps with growth. But most of all, just being consistent. Just being consistent. And I promise y'all, we got it. This week might be a little slow. We might be dragging it, but we're going to get it. So I'm going to see y'all around. You try to comment more. My biggest thing with commenting more is like, I'm trying to do meaningful comments, not just hearts, but sometimes it's like, I don't know what else to say. I'm not a woman of many words when it comes to descriptions and comments at all. But I try to make sure I like and follow, you know, everyone in the challenge. But I do try to comment. Also, sometimes people think it's irrelevant to comment on large pages, but comment here and there on larger pages too. People find you there, like in the comments of Target or Cricut, positive accounts. Don't be in the gossip blogs over there commenting on your business page and people now come arguing with you and craziness. Positive accounts. So go over there and comment or help somebody out or something like that on those pages, and people will come from there too. So let's remember, this week we're going to be consistent and we're going to get that energy up. We are. Drink a Red Bull. This week we all need a Red Bull. Honestly, you know what? I'm going to get me some wine. That's what I'm going to get today. Get some wine and get in a better mood. I thought I was going to go live on Instagram later to do some stuff, but I don't know. I'll see y'all around the crafting streets. Maybe somebody's live later today and I see them, or maybe I'll hop on live somewhere. Who knows? Peace in the Middle East. Rain in Spain. I'm going to see y'all. And we gonna get it together. One way or another, we're gonna get it together. I gotta get up because I'm trying to be professional and film on my desk, so I gotta come around and end the live. I'll see you cool cats and kittens around in these crafting streets.